Oh, do I ever hate the mud. And I scurried back like a drowned rat. I scurried back to the barn to try and find my mud gear. It's sitting at the house just down the street. Oh, I could have lost my mind. Well, the mare raced good. She raced good. You know what? That's why we buy these horses. We're going to take our lumps. We're going to buy some that don't turn out. But as long as we buy some that turn out like this filly, man, oh man, what a nice filly this is. She just wants to go forward. Like, I got her out in the mud. You think a filly that raced in the mud, and I know I could barely see. I'm sure I know what state she was in. I ducked her down to the inside. I had the earplugs out, and I growled at her. Man, did she trot through there. And the track, it's kind of deceiving. It's really mucky because it had just let up from a biblical downpour moments before we went on the track. Actually, as we went on the track, it was still raining, and then it stopped. But it just left this film of muck on top of the track, and she just screamed through there. Man, what a sweetheart that thing is. And Jason said, wow, 2 more starts, she's out of that class. I don't care. She can go right to Mohawk. She got no money made. Let her win the races. She fits she's a 3-year-old trotting filly. She fits numbers of 40. She can win her way out of this class and then go to Mohawk. Numbers of 40, numbers of 60. And who knows after that? Man, she's got lots and lots to offer. What a sweetheart of a filly that filly is. I did an earlier video. I wasn't going to do a video. I was covered in mud. Had I not won and the rain immediately stopped, there's no video coming. But it did stop. We did win. I was saturated. I just put an old musty suit on and drove in it. I don't even know where I have that suit. I haven't seen that suit in 6 years. It just appeared in my trunk. Anyway, just a great mile from that filly. And you know what? A meat and potatoes effort tonight from 1-2 Skip a Few. That might be it for her. For us, I know Dave's out there. Dave Dickey's probably upset that I just said that. But, Dave, and I guess I shouldn't say that. I think she should go in the sale, and maybe what we'll do is we'll race her in. They might split Blue Tesla's class next week. We'll get another good line on her. I just don't see her. There's 2 different horses, Blue Tesla and 1-2 Skip a Few. 1-2 Skip a Few raced her ass off last year for us, come out this year and really didn't improve that much. And I know for some people, I'd said this in an earlier video, I know for some people that's hard to quantify, that's hard to absorb, and they believe with every fiber of their being that she could or should be a better horse. But in my experience, she simply isn't and won't be. I could be wrong. That's the great thing and the bad thing about racing is that, when you're wrong, you got to eat a lot of humble pie, and when you're right, you're better just to be quiet because there's going to be humble pie around the corner. And when it comes to 1-2 Skip a Few, I think what you see is what you get. It will remain that way, and she's going to be a good race mare for whoever. And then, you know what? She's got some breeding behind her. She's probably going to be a good brood mare for someone. We're going to be a little more selective this year. We know that Globetrotting and a Glariam will likely be bred in the spring, so there's no need to rush out. I had somebody ask me talking about Sweet on Pete. There's a lot of horses to look at potentially breeding, but which ones are we going to breed? We're not going to listen, guys. We're not going to buy a farm and fill the fields full of brood mares. I'd like to keep 6 or 8 until we can see this experiment through. And if we, move some out and bring some better mares in, great. That's cool too. But we'll see. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. Blue Tesla race good. 1-2 Skip a Few race good, and spade a spade. High Enterprise race poor. Very disappointing effort from her. We'll take her blood tomorrow, but, as I just said to Jason, we cannot continue to make excuses for her, right? Like when we scoped Swinging Senorita the first day she won. A little bit of mucus, ulcer on her palate, but she won. Next week, the palate was cleaner, smaller ulcer, less mucus, second. Very rarely you're going to see a horse go to the gate and be perfect, just perfect. Much like any athlete, you're going to find a very rare time where you go into a sport where you're 100%. to get there, it takes a lot out of you. So, High Enterprise, I had this very conversation with one of our clients tonight about what do I think about them. High Enterprise has to do more. I'm not going to sell her. I'm going to turn her out and hope she comes back better, which in my experience doesn't happen that often, but it does sometimes. I think that Smoking Hot Irish Girl and Whispering Song will come back good. Where we race them, Buckeye Fair, I don't know, but they'll come back. They will. Full Heart, a little bit of a, as I said, lunatic, but did show some promise in her last outing. And then the biggest mover of the entire week, I think, to be fair, Coupe de Ville, wasn't a fast mile, but just go back and watch her body language. Go back and watch the mile itself. Go back and watch Don Irvine. Go watch his body language be sitting behind her. She looked confident. I've been waiting to see that for a long time. So very proud of her. Happy again. Decent night. I am covered in filth. I gotta go home and have 4 showers. Ugh. Go home and have a shower, clean up, and turn in for the night because I am pooped. Talk to you all soon. We got swinging Senorita tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all afternoon. It's supposed to rain all afternoon it's supposed to rain all afternoon at Scioto, but it's supposed to stop before our race. So who knows? Maybe it'll rain a little less. The sun will come out and everything will be great. Who knows? Friday, Saturday, you guys know the drill. Lots going on, lots coming up, but a good night in Northfield Park tonight. Take care.